here with Tim Holcomb with Holcomb Garden Center, and let's talk about beautifying our lawn for the fall. I want to talk about different lawns, different grass seeds, and how to renovate our lawn.
Well, it's a perfect time, and a lot of the lawns look pretty rough now from the hot, dry summer we had, and this is the perfect time to get them looking good.
Step 4?
Step 4. Step 4 would be the final feeding for zoysia. If you have zoysia grass, which is a lovely summer grass, hot full sun, but this is the end of the season for it. It'll turn brown soon, so it's the final step. Step 4 for Bermuda is we're going to feed it and get the roots growing back good. If you're not going to overseed with ryegrass, then you need to put a preventer out with your Bermuda as well to stop winter weeds from growing. And step 4 for fescue is new lawn starter, because this is the perfect time to sow more seed.
All right, we were talking earlier about testing the soil.
Yes.
Tell us about that process.
It's a very simple process. Number one, we do it here free. If you'll bring in a quart of moist soil, we'll test it for you to see what the pH of the soil is. If it's too acid, your fertilizer is not as effective as it should be, and consequently you're buying food and not getting the results you should. Lime is cheap, so test your soil. If it's too acid, you add lime. We can tell you how much to make your soil more neutral, and your fertilizer will give you the best results.
Tim, this mini soil pH tester, tell us how this works.
Well, this takes no batteries. You just stick it right in the soil, and it instantly gives you a pH reading of the soil. You can take that and determine how much lime you need, if you need lime, or if your soil happens to be alkaline, you can add more sulfur to make it more acid. Typically, we have acid soil, so lime is the thing you would add.
When it comes to applying lime and the perfect mixture of grass seed, how does that work when it comes to an applicator?
Well, you want to use a spreader, a broadcast spreader typically, and there's the hand type that you crank or shoulder type or push. Any of those will work. You want to get pelletized lime, because the old powder lime just won't spread. It packs and won't do a good job. You also want to use a good fertilizer that's granulated so it spreads well, and the grass seed will also spread in the spreader. You can't mix them up, do one then the other, but they all will work in the spreader.
And it's so important to get the right grass seed. Absolutely.
You're going to go through the process of scratching the soil, putting down a starter fertilizer and grass seed, and it's a lawn that should be there for years. You want to use a good seed. Always be sure and read the tag, the seed tag. It's on every bag of seed, and it will tell you if there's weed seed in it and how much. We have grass seed with 0 weed seed in it. If you buy an old bag of Kentucky 31, which has been out for 40 years, there's lots of weed seed in it. Yes, that seed's cheaper, but you're sowing weeds in your lawn, and some of them are very hard to control weeds. So get the best seed you can get for the best lawn you can have.
Okay, I'm thinking of the young couple or the seasoned couple that just bought a house. They've moved out of an apartment. They don't know anything about grass. Yes. What's the easiest step to make that lawn just plush and green?
Well, the easiest is right now the fescues. We have the turf type fescues with bluegrass blend. It's the same grass seed mix they use on sod farms. It's beautiful grass. Now, if you have lots of large trees, and some of these older homes do, you need to use a deep shade mix, which is a different blend of fescues that are very drought tolerant. All fescues grow in the shade, but this would do better under trees because a tree takes 80% of the water, and so this grass will survive with less water.
The folks here at Holcomb Garden Center, they're all trained when it comes to being knowledgeable about plants and, of course, how to make that lawn gorgeous. They can sit down with you and explain everything you need to know, right?
Yes. Well, what you need to know is how big the lawn is. A lot of people don't seem to know that, so know how big the lawn is, if it's full sun or shade, and we can go from there.
Great. Tim, thank you so much for joining us on This and That.
All right, folks, it is the Holcomb Garden Center. Got 2 different locations, one off of Highway 153 in Hickson. There's the phone number for it. And also on Battlefield Parkway in Fort O. There's the phone number there for that as well. Of course, you can always go to their website, which is holcombgc.com.